we're back with another quick episode of Elsamplerpod. Today we're going to talk a little bit about what happened this past week in WWE. All right, so a few things we want to talk about. The new championship that Triple H unveiled on Monday Night Raw, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. What did you think about that?
You can see it right here. Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
But anyways, what did you think about the design of the championship first and foremost? What do you think about it? You like it or not? Because we even put a poll. Most people liked it, at least on our poll. There was like 300-something votes.
It reminds me of the IC title, but with a big-ass WWE logo.
Okay.
So, like, I don't know, man. I'm kind of like on the fence about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. To me, it kind of reminds me of the big gold belt with a tramp stamp on it.
I mean, but it's not that big compared to the gold belts,
yeah.
to that big gold belt.
Yeah, that thing was a little bit too out of hand.
Yeah, like this one, it looks like it's smaller than the Universal and WWE Champion.
I don't know. I think maybe right around the same size. It's just that the design is a little.
I think it's like
it's a little more
wider,
streamlined. I think.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe
yeah,
like
it's a little more streamlined. I think. I don't dislike it, but I'm not crazy about it. I'm kind of in the middle. Like from 1 to 10, I'll give it like a 7.
Low key, like the
cool.
champion that you have behind you, which is a WWE champion, it looks cleaner compared to the other one.
Yeah, I would have honestly liked, even if they would have gone the complete opposite, go down something with more elaborate, like the old UK NXT title. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that thing
was perfect. That thing was perfect. The only thing is, it obviously doesn't have the big WWE logo, so you can't give it to the Super Bowl champion or anything, because nobody will, you want to see that big WWE logo, which is fine. I mean, it's okay, but I really don't. Like I said, I'm kind of on the fence with it. But anyways, so why is it here? Like, why do we have this other title?
Because realistically, they don't know how to take the title off of Roman or split the titles that Roman have. Which realistically, they should have split those titles a long time ago. For example, whenever the Kevin Owens match happened, like you could have had it. He could have said, "Hey, I'm coming for the WWE champion," instead of saying the undisputed champion. Like this undisputed thing is annoying. Like, because it's the same problem is happening with the tag titles with Sammy and KO. You know what I mean? Especially since now it seems like they're going to take the brand split like super serious. So it's just, to me, it seems like a participation. It's like, okay, so Roman is not here, or Big Price is not here, so hey, let's just have our second fiddle.
Which is basically what Triple H said. Because he said we need a fighting champion, which is true. We do need a fighting champion. But then again, it just seems like they're like they okay, let's just put this random title there. Because when Triple H got it ages ago, when they gave him I don't know if you remember, the big gold belt, Eric Bischoff awarded him the belt.
Ladies and gentlemen, your new world champion, Triple H! What?
And it was a heel, because he was a heel. It was a heel move, right? But this time they didn't give it to anybody. They're like, here you go. And we're going to fight for it. How? I don't know. They haven't announced a tournament. They just said they're going to fight for it in Saudi. And King of the Ring.
That they just randomly pick a couple
like
of guys.
Night of Champions.
Yeah, Night of Champions. A couple of guys, they just do a fatal 4-way. They should realistically just do more of a tournament style bracket. I think that will work better.
But it's too late. Because that's at the end of next month?
It's in 2 weeks. No,
so
4 weeks. I'm
4 weeks. So if they're going to do it, they have to start now, but they have the pay-per-view and right now. Or they could have even started the tournament at the pay-per-view. I wouldn't have been opposed to that. But I don't know. I think they kind of dropped the ball there.
Bro. They dropped the ball.
Yeah, that wasn't very good. That wasn't very good. I do think that another way that they could have split the titles was, one, yes, do this championship later on, but you could have had Roman go against, let's say it's Jay, to put an example, which I think it should be the main event of SummerSlam. You can have it, or you could have him You're going to have different pay-per-views, but you're going to have a brand exclusive pay-per-views. So if Roman is in one pay-per-view, that's a Raw pay-per-view. That means he's going to defend the WWE.
They're doing it.
Yeah, but then that's how you could take the titles off of him. You put him on a brand exclusive pay-per-view and then have him lose somehow. It could be cheating, it could be straight up, whatever it is. Then you can split it. And then he can't go back to that brand because he's not from that brand. So he can't even get a rematch.
Because realistically, like, we are getting close to the 1,000 days. I think we're like, what, 15 days away or something like that? I can't remember.
Something like that. But it's going to be at Saudi, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's that day.
Yeah. So then a month. So we're almost at 1,000 days. And realistically, what that means is Roman Reigns will be at 1,000 days with the Universal Champion, not with the WWE Champion.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. But in the end of the day, I mean, it's still seen in the same light, I guess, or at least as grand as a world champion. But I don't know. I think that once he gets to the 1,000 days, I think they'll get rid of it quick. I think it has to at this point.
Unify it.
They may do it. I mean, at this point, they have to.
Yeah, because right now.
Because what do you do? Have three titles?
Three heavyweight titles.
It's like, okay, you get that one. It's like the Spider-Man meme, like all three, just kind of like there, exactly. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. And then plus the fact, the other thing about the title is which one's going to be the most important one. I guess it's whomever. It depends on who has the title at that particular time.
Yeah.
So if Roman has one of the titles compared to, let's say, Madcap Moss, doesn't matter.
Like you said, like you told me the other day, like the title doesn't make the guy makes the title.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So realistically, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, you can use the title to give somebody legitimacy up to a certain extent, but it has to be sustainable. Because we've seen a lot of champions. Well, perfect example, Dolph Ziggler. Give him the title.
Ooh.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares by now. Yeah, same thing. Kofi, same thing. But yes, but I mean, and that's why it's important for them to have a solid champion with this first championship run. Who do you think's gonna be the first one to get the title?
I was gonna ask you that.
Yeah.
The first one I am gonna go with Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with him.
I don't think they're gonna go. I don't think they're gonna go with Cody yet.
I think so. What?
I think.
I'm gonna put $50 on this.
Hey, I'm not agreeing to it because my bets. Thank you, Jalen Brunson. Thank you. Wherever you are, thank you for not scoring in the damn fourth quarter. But that's okay. Cost me money, bro. But anyways, I think that it should be a legend that has it. Somebody that already has a bunch of credibility. I don't think Cody Rhodes is there yet because he's never held the title. So if somebody beats Cody, it's like, okay, yeah, you beat Cody. But now, for example, let's say somebody like and obviously he's not around right now, but let's say somebody like a Randy Orton, he would have been kind of the perfect guy to have it. Why? Well, damn, you're beating Randy Orton. Randy Orton has that title. It's worth something. Yeah. Maybe even Seth. But you need somebody really strong. In fact, you know who I see having that title, which would kind of make sense? I never liked him that much, but at least on paper, and I'm going to hate myself for saying this, Edge.
No.
Edge. Like, Edge would be, I'm not saying that he's going to get it, but
No.
But on paper, it would make sense. On paper, it would make sense. In terms
of Seth Rollins, bro.
Well, but no, what I'm saying, but I don't want Seth to all of a sudden get it and lose it next day. Edge can do that. They can do that to Edge, and that's fine. It's okay. He doesn't have to have a long run. All he has to do is have it one day and then have somebody, let's say an Austin Theory or something like that, beat him. That'd be okay. I wouldn't be opposed to that. No, actually, to be brutally honest with you, I think it's if I had to bet money, it's probably going to be Seth. But I would really want Gunther to win it. Can you imagine? Can you imagine Gunther with that title, bro? And all these people chasing him, and he just swats him. And then he even takes the Intercontinental title. He's like, trash. I don't care about this. This is my real title now.
Come on, man. I've been saying for Roman to do that with the WWE champion, and y'all been tripping. No,
but you're not with that one. Not with that one. Not with that one. Not even with the Universal Championship, they'll do that. So they're not going to do that with the WWE Championship.
Come on, man. This but like this title is like it's just a gimmick right now. I feel. I like the way it looks. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like, hey, man. Well, since we don't have anybody else, because Roman is on vacation, then hey, buddy, then you can be our temporary title face of the company, kind of. But yeah.
Well, they're gonna have anybody against Drew McIntyre. He's gonna lose again. It's like,
yeah,
why?
It just doesn't make any sense. But
yeah. Well, by the way, some people weren't even saying solo, and I'm like, no, not yet. Not yet. That would actually hurt him more than do him good.
Don't get me wrong. I like Solo, but
yeah, but no, it's gonna hurt him. It's gonna hurt him in the long run because that means he already got one of the big titles, and like randomly, like there's no rhyme or reason for him to get it yet. But anyways, so going back to the two other little topics that I want to talk about. Gunther versus I had a Cody Rhodes moment there, but Gunther versus Xavier Woods last Friday on SmackDown.
I was so fucking mad.
Yeah, Xavier Woods got way too much offense in my opinion. It should have been almost a squash match.
And for the people saying like, "Oh wait, this is good for Xavier Woods," why? What is the point of it exactly? Because we've seen this before. We've seen this plenty of times. The man what he is best at is gaming, having his own YouTube channel, and running all the gaming stuff, and then also being in a tag team. That's pretty much it, bro. He's not good by himself. Like realistically, he literally got the same thing as Big E. Like Big E's great as a tag team, especially with Kofi Kingston, but that was the same.
Oh, Big E, in my opinion, is way more credible than him.
Oh, like, yeah, 20 times.
Eons better. Because at least you can't see Big E. I mean, look at the guy. Like, you can see him as a champion. But Xavier Woods is like, not even on 205 Live, bro.
He's just a comedy spot. You know what I mean?
It's like if Santino Marella won the title, basically. Yeah. So I don't really see him as a credible threat. And especially somebody like Gunther, which you're building up. So you're going to tell me you're going to have Xavier Woods have like a 10, 12, 15, I think it was like a 15-minute match with Gunther? So what does that mean? That means Sheamus should easily beat him. That means Drew McIntyre should easily beat him.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar will beat him by just standing there, I guess. That's the case, right?
Yeah.
Because if Xavier Woods was able to...
Bro. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, and I can understand him getting a little bit of offense, but it should have been just borderline squash. Like, it should have just been like, okay, chop, chop. Okay, yeah, he got stunned by Xavier, and then he just got stomped or whatever, and then chopped again, and that was it.
Yeah. Like
nothing, but no. It didn't even seem like he was hitting him that hard either, so that bothered me.
No, he was holding back. Bullshit.
Yeah. But anyways, one of the things that I saw on the internet that I know bothered me, was that some people are saying that is Solo being overexposed. Like they're just showing him too much. What do you think about that one? Do you really think he's being overexposed, or no?
I think a lot of humanity is soft, especially nowadays, and they get sentimental about a lot of dumb stuff, especially with this. Why does it matter if he's getting overexposed? Realistically, he's not. Realistically, out of the three people in the bloodline currently, Solo's the best one. And he doesn't fucking talk. He doesn't say a word.
Yeah, that's his job. That's his job. He's doing his job really well.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's not his fault that WWE is like, hey, we need you to have a match every single week. Like, that's not his fault. And on top of that, if you're exposing somebody, that means that you're exposing somebody for how they truly are, which most of the times they're frauds. You know what I mean? That they're not that good. However, Solo is good. And he can cut a promo if he really wants to. Don't get me wrong, he's not there yet compared to like Jimmy, Jay, or Roman. However, he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to do that. You're not exposed. You're not overexposing somebody like that, bro. Come on, man. You're
I think
building them up.
I think people they just want to say stuff, for
It's
the sake of
dumb shit,
saying
bro.
something.
It doesn't make sense.
But excuse me, yeah, but honestly, I understand a little bit of where they're coming from because he's like in everything, right? But that's the point. He has to be in everything. It's part of the storyline. Plus the fact if you are WWE, you want him to get that exposure because guess what? Once, as we see right now, that Roman's going to be out for, it seems like he's going to wrestle every 3 years, right? You need somebody, 2 years and a half, sorry. So we need we need somebody there that could actually be a credible threat. May it be to the Bloodline, may it be to anybody. So I do think that it's okay. I think it's okay. I think it's fine.
Solo is badass. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, he's great. And then last thing, two little rumors that apparently they're saying that Big E and Bray Wyatt may be back for the draft. I don't know if
I hope so.
But how long do you think? I think Big E does have a better chance of sticking around than
Yeah, but Big E's not clear. He's not medically clear.
Well, we don't know that yet. They haven't really said anything.
There was an interview. He did an interview like last week.
Then again, he may they work people a lot of times that way too.
He may have done a swerve.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's not cleared by the doctor.
Yeah, supposedly, but we don't know. We don't know.
Bray Wyatt just gotta go. Like, I don't.
And he shows up and then he'll leave again. You're like, dude, where'd you go?
Take Uncle Howdy with you. I already said it. Check out the short.
Yeah, the whole Wyatt too, because it never got to 6. But anyways,
yeah. But what was I gonna say? I mean, like, it will be interesting if they will come back just for the draft, and then would actually be used on, like, what's his name, Gabriel Stevenson, that got drafted 2 years ago in like the 2nd round or 3rd round or whatever. For the man hasn't even come out yet, and apparently he's terrible.
They shouldn't have even put him in the damn draft in the first place.
Yeah,
they should have just had him when he gets ready, when he's ready to go, then put him in the draft. Don't do it now.
The cringiest moment was whenever he came out with Kurt Angle.
Yeah. Why is it that every single Greco-Roman wrestler, they have to show up with Kurt Angle? Okay, yeah.
Suck.
Yeah, it's like they always have to compare. Like Chad Gable. Yeah, Chad Gable, he's really good. He reminds me of a small Kurt Angle. Why?
No.
Jason Jordan, he's Kurt Angle's son. Why?
No.
It's always the same thing. Shelton
Which,
Benjamin.
by the way,
it's part of Team Angle. What? Why? Like, dude, come on.
I didn't know until like the other day that Jason Jordan was actually in the back, behind scenes.
Yeah, he's one of the producers for the matches.
Who
At least he got a
fucking
job,
thought
man.
That, bro, that's crazy.
Well, I think they probably did it because poor guy. I mean, he literally got his career cut short. Because I honestly thought he was going to be really good. But,
What do you mean? I don't remember what happened to him.
his neck.
Oh, something. Oh man.
Yeah, he has like no feeling. Like in a lot of apparently, Kurt Angle was saying that in the podcast he has with what's his name, with Conrad Thompson. He was talking about that apparently Jason Jordan is in bad shape. And sometimes he has a lot of pain and he can't move a lot of his his arms really well or anything. It's a shame too because he was super young too when that happened.
He was ripped, bro.
Yeah. Well, and that tag team with Chad Gable was really good. American Alpha was a damn good tag team. Like, who knows? Yeah, maybe even Chad Gable's career would have gone in another completely different direction if they would have stayed together.
Yeah,
I think because it's a lot better than the one with Otis. With Otis, it's funny, but it's not. But it's not. Yeah, and it's okay. And I'll give the guy credit because talk about making chicken salad out of chicken shit because they give him shit, bro. Pretty Deadly coming over apparently. Could be like
is coming out
apparently. So, and I think it's going to be like gruesome twosome or something like that.
Oh, the bro, I got the
from NXT
with Toxic Attraction. Yeah.
No,
I mean, they're not a bad tag team. However,
they're good in the ring. They're really good, and they already have a gimmick set up. So it's
but that gimmick, I'm telling you right now, it's not going to work.
Well, but they could always tweak it. They don't have to do it exactly as they do it in NXT. That's the purpose of NXT, to kind of iron those things out before they get to the main roster. Unless they end up like Adam Rose or something. But
this is pretty much Fandango and Taylor Breeze or whatever his name is.
But I think these two are better than two. Fandango was terrible.
Oh, Fandango was a stud, bro.
Fandango was terrible.